What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Emerald. In this episode, we are here at Navel Rock, which is a location that can only be accessed through the use of what is known as a Mystic Ticket. Now, for those of you who do not know, a Mystic Ticket is something that really can't be obtained anymore. It is pretty much impossible to get without the use of a Game Shark or Action Replay. This was a digital distribution ticket that was given out back in 2004, 2005, and I think all the way through 2006, or at least early 2006, before it was retired, and was only usable in the likes of Fire Red and Leaf Green, as well as Pokemon Emerald, not Ruby and Sapphire. Navel Rock contains two Pokemon that can be caught within it, two legendary Pokemon, and they are separated by an upstairs area of the location and a downstairs area of the location. We're going to be going downstairs first in this episode. Now, I mean, again, like I said, obviously you can't get this without the use of a Game Shark, Action Replay, whatever. It's not a thing anymore, but it is still part of the game. So if you can get it through a Game Shark, by all means do it. That is what I am doing, and that is also why I am still going to be covering it in this Let's Play, even though this is going to be incredibly difficult because, oh my gosh, these Pokemon are not easy to catch. No, sir. So let's head all the way down, and I've come packing a pretty solid team, I would say. And once we get down here, before we move on, let me just show you my team real quick. So I got Raiju here. Raiju is going to be doing 99% of the work in this, in that he's going to be the only one that is going to be dishing out attacks. He has Thunder Wave on his person, as well as Thunder and Thunderbolt, which are going to be nice because both of the Pokemon in this location are flying types. Everyone else on this team is just designed to tank hits. Rayquaza, Groudon, Kyogre, all tanking hits. Ghidorah, physical tank. Vega, special tank. It makes sense. Raiju is just going to be pulling as much of the weight as possible in this area. Let's just move forward already. Yep, that's who it is. That's who we're going to be fighting in this episode. And hopefully catching, because this is not an easy fight. In fact, just to spoil how long this has already taken me, this is my 6th attempt at this. And if I had recorded every single one of those attempts, I would have probably an hour and a half of footage at this point. So, we're going to start off right off the bat, since Lugia is a Psychic and Flying type with a Thunder Wave. Now, Lugia does come packing Hydro Pump as well as Recover, which Recover is going to be the real bane of your existence in this fight. Now, don't be afraid to use really powerful attacks, because Lugia is a much more defensive-focused Pokemon as opposed to the other Pokemon that can be caught here in Navel Rock. And golly, that did a lot of damage. I'm gonna try some Paraflinch here with Bite, because that is super effective, but it isn't the same type of attack bonus. I can get away with one more of those. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Is Recover being used a lot. If you can get a Paralysis down on Lugia or put it to sleep, although that I feel like is a little bit more risky unless you can very reliably put it to sleep over and over with something like Spore, for instance. But yeah, you're going to want to be able to do that because you're going to want to be able to mitigate its recovers. Now, it is also packing Pressure, so there is that problem there. Okay, we got it pretty low. Please flinch. Paralyzed. You know what? That works too. Okay, so now we can start throwing Pokeballs at it. This thing has a catch rate of 3. So it is not very easy to... It's not very easy to get. Let's just say that. So this is going to be a long fight. Quite the war of attrition. Oh, man. It would be so great if I could catch this thing early on. But considering the... considering how well I've been doing up to this point, I'm not too optimistic about this. All right, let's go back to using Bite on this thing. It has 20 uses of Recover, too. 20 freaking uses! Oh, my gosh, Lugia. Okay, I'm going to try a Thunder here. Yeah. As long as I don't get a crit, I shouldn't kill it. This thing is just... It's such a pain. It's actually definitely, I would say, the hardest of all the legendaries to catch that we haven't gotten yet. All the event legendaries. Simply because it is packing that Recover. Like, it makes it so hard to even get the opportunity in to start throwing Pokeballs at it. And... it's going to be breaking free very often. Oh my gosh, Lugia, can I please, just give me it, start attacking. Use something else that isn't that. I'm going to try a Thunderbolt. I don't want to go, all the way off and use Thunder here. But I also don't want to straight up kill you either. Thank you. Rain Dance. Okay, perfect. And should I ever need to actually use Thunder again, that should make it so that I don't ever miss. Rain Dance only does get 5 uses, though, so it's not like I can use it too much. It actually isn't too hard to get Lugia to the point where it just starts using Struggle, which once you're at that point, obviously the timer's counting down, and you're kind of out of luck at that point. Now, I do have a lot of Timer Balls on me, which is good. Actually, I should probably heal Raiju. I don't mind using up turns just because, you know, we're going to eventually start needing to use those timer balls. But at the same time, gosh dang it, freaking I hit the wrong button. At the same time, it's... you have to wait a long freaking time to actually start using those things. Okay, Swift. I like to see more of that, please. Thanks, Lugia. That's the move I wish it would use the most here, but it's so far it's not been too keen on it. All right, let's go back to Ultra Balls. We're not going to be able to use any timer balls until around turn 20, which we are, I don't think, still anywhere near. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. I don't think I've actually ever even seen that in my 6 attempts. Like 3 shakes. It has always been 2 shakes at most. So that was just cheap. Yeah, this is not easy. I would say this is the hardest legendary to catch, not just of the event legendaries, but period in Generation 3. So it's going to be a little bit of a long one. If you could use Rain Dance again, that would be great. Don't use Recover, please. I would very much prefer it if you didn't. Oh, never mind. Just don't listen to me, I guess, you jerk. All right, you have to also keep in mind that Lugia does have pressure, as did most legendaries at this point in time. And therefore, your PP usage is going to be doubled. So, yeah, you don't get to use as many moves as you would like on this thing. Okay, there we go. There we go. No! I can't even get flinch on this thing. Ay-yi-yi. All right, fine. We're going to try Thunder here, then. Even though it's not raining anymore. Nope, missed that, too. Is it going to use Recover again? Okay, it's going to be paralyzed. Come on. There we go. Should do some good damage. Get it low enough that we can actually start using Ultra Balls again. Don't kill it! Oh my gosh. I was genuinely worried that was a crit there. You cannot afford crits in this fight at all if you're using anything remotely strong. And if you're using anything too weak, you're just going to straight up die. So, you know. Now, I did actually add some TMs onto the likes of Kyogre and Groudon to hopefully make this fight a little bit more doable. Like, I did give Kyogre Thunder, and since, you know, it's constantly raining whenever Kyogre's on the field, that means it never misses. And I can't remember actually what I gave Groudon. I think I gave Groudon Earthquake or something because it only had Fissure, which obviously I don't want. I mean, granted, Earthquake's not going to be able to do anything in this fight, so, you know. All right, back to using Bite. Getting kind of low on these already. Can we please get a flinch? I have not gotten a single flinch on Bite yet. Are you serious? Alright, time for another Thunder. I've only got 2 more uses of this left anyway. At some point, I'm just going to have to cut this and move on. But like I said, I don't want so much freaking footage that this just goes on forever. You know? I don't want 45 minutes of footage for a 10-minute video. Because that's just, it's lame when that happens. It's like, oh, hello, I'm awake. Yes, I caught it finally. You suck, Lugia, and I despise you. I don't despise you. Lugia is my favorite legendary, by the way. Did you guys know that? Have I ever said that? I love Lugia to pieces. I probably said it back during my Soul Silver playthrough at some point, but, yeah, I adore Lugia. Lugia and Suicune are my 2 favorite legendaries of all freaking time. And nothing really comes off the top of my head as being even remotely close to those 2, if I'm being completely honest with you. I'm trying to think of any other legendaries that I would say I like almost as much as those 2. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a lot of legendaries, but just their 2 designs. Well, I'm partially biased because I think Lugia had easily the best Pokemon movie. Like, no question. The Mewtwo movie doesn't even come close to it. Mostly due to the music, but yeah, that was a fantastic movie, and Lugia being a part of it is kind of where my bias stems from. I mean, I'm trying to think. Other Generation 3 ones? No. I'm not really huge on the Generation 4 legendaries. I know that's like heresy to a lot of people, but I've never really... I mean, Giratina is cool, but that's it. Generation 5. I do really like the Swords of Justice, specifically Cobalion and Virizion, but I don't know about the rest. I don't know. It's hard to think of any legendaries that I have that are on par. Whatever. I suppose it doesn't really matter at this point. This is a fight 1 of freaking... Okay, I don't dare use a Thunder right now. This is only fight freaking 1 of like 4 more that I have left to do. I still have to catch Latios. I still have to catch the other Pokemon on this godforsaken rock. And then I also have another island to go... Or 2 other islands to go to. Actually, I have 5! That's right! Oh, this is going to be so long and arduous, and I am going to cry. Okay, we can start using timer balls here relatively soon. Oh, but it's not enough. I've gotten to the point where I've started throwing tons of timer balls, and it just doesn't. It's not enough. It doesn't. It's never enough. It's never enough. Take it away, Epica. It's never enough. No one's going to get that reference. Nobody knows that song. All right, yes, stay paralyzed. You know, that's the good thing about the paralysis, though, is it does keep him from getting to the point where it uses struggle. So let's start throwing timer balls, even though I don't know if we're far enough along in the fight to have, like, that maximized catch rate. I have no hope in the world until I see that third shake. Like, just none. I'm that jaded and cynical because of this fight at this point. It's ridiculous. Oh. Oh. Goodness. And because I know this is a long session, like, I try not to usually... I think this is probably my biggest problem with having, like, long-winded recording sessions, because I used to be really good at this back when I was Let's Playing in the earlier days of this channel. I could sit down and record for like 3 to 5 hours at a time without any issue, but nowadays I struggle to make it to like 2 hours even. And I think big part of that is just the fact that I lose my voice halfway through recording. So I've actually, because I know this is going to be a long session getting through all these legendaries, I've got some water here, and I stopped talking for a minute. That's why. Sorry. I apologize. All right, come on, Lugia, get in the timer ball. At some point, I'm gonna have to catch you. It's gotta happen. I know it's not a 0 catch rate. It's a 3. It's still like a 1-ish% chance with a Pokeball. I think it's with a Pokeball. Maybe it's not with a Pokeball. I don't freaking know. Gosh, dang it! Well, at least you're staying paralyzed for a while. You haven't healed in a bit, so I'm happy about that. I'm actually finally able to chuck these at you. Granted, I wonder if Lugia already ran out of uses. I don't know. Just make sure that when you're catching a legendary like this, you don't bring up along a Pokemon that has pressure. That's why I didn't bring Absol. Not just because Absol or Pandora is very bad at, well, actually doing it much to legendaries, just because, I mean, it's not really tanky in the least. But yeah, you don't want it to wear down its power points too fast, otherwise you could be in real trouble. I'm kind of tempted to use use Bite one more time just to see if I can get it in the red without killing it. Let me see. Can I actually do that? Let's. This is risky, but I'm gonna try it. Holy crap! Okay. Whoo! Whoo! Oh, that, okay, yeah, legitimately, I cannot have better catch odds than this right here. This is what we're going to have to go with, and of course, it just breaks out the first one as if to taunt me, which I suppose is fine. Rain continues to fall. That's okay. So, as long as it never uses recover, we are in the green. Well, not like its health in the green, but like we are. I guess Raiju's in the green, technically. Yeah, use frickin', oh, that's going to kill Raiju, isn't it? That's going to kill Raiju. Oh, geez, no. Barely survived. Okay, can we get... You know what? No, I think at this point, we're just going to keep going. If Raiju falls, Raiju falls. We have other Pokemon to tank these hits now. Because it's not worth wasting any more turns to try to get a heal in. Just throw timer balls. I'm sorry, Raiju. I have plenty of revives for you when this battle is done, buddy. Just hang in there. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. This is never going to end. All right, well, let's switch on over to... Let's go to Rayquaza just because it has Airlock, which is going to prevent it from having the boosted Hydro Pump damage. I mean, granted, I only think it has one or two uses of Hydro Pump left anyway, if any. So, let's see if we can catch this thing. Come on, Lugia. Get in the dang frickin' Pokeball. Because if it struggles once, it's over. Its health is too low. One of these days. One of these days. Yes! Yes! Oh, my gosh. Finally! Oh, that was the worst Pokemon to catch in this entire freaking game. Holy cow, I'm so relieved. I didn't even have to cut. Oh. No. We're good. Oh, my goodness. If you can ever, like... Listen here. If you can ever win, like, a Master Ball from, like, the lottery in Lily Cove or something like that, I would never in the least like begrudge you for using that against any of these event Pokemon in the game, because oh my gosh, they are such a pain in the neck to catch. But all right, Lugia is done. That is half of Navel Rock complete. Hopefully the harder half, because the other Pokemon that we're going to be fighting does not come sporting Recover, which is going to hopefully make a big difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.